This is a medical clinic. You're in the Rivet City clinic. I'm Dr. Preston. I heard a rumor that old Pinkerton at Rivet City somehow conjured up a lipoplasticator and microdermal graftilizer. Pinkerton, eh? That name takes me way back. Claimed to have cured radiation poisoning. Or was it food poisoning? I don't recall. He was always telling folks that he founded Rivet City. All he did was break off the front of it. Or did he die there? I don't recall. Don't get any cute ideas. Now, if you've got... Oh, I'd like to help, I really would. But I don't know the first thing about this place's history. Don't let my age fool you. I may have been around for a while, but I didn't spend all that time here. Sure, I could pack. Sure. Pleasure doing business with you. Well, if anyone needs me, I'll be in my room.
Yes? Please excuse me. There is much work to be done. I help Dr. Lee when she needs equipment moved. I'm no scientist. I just help with the heavy things.
I'm sure she'll just scrounge them from the lower deck. I'm Flag, if you want a decent weapon. I'm sure that was just... You mean Genius Boy? Yeah, I've heard of him. Supposedly built Rivet City. They probably think he invented bread, too. Idiots. Lately, he's even been blamed for the noises in the broken ship bow. Anyone with half a brain would know that's just the Mirelurks. Afraid I can't help you, pal. Been here for years, but all I know about the history is that it's a safe place to settle down. Maybe Bannon can help you out. He sure acts like he knows it all.
Ah, hello.
Any trouble in this area?
What do you need? Henry's my husband. I have a daughter, CJ, too. You'll see her running around here with James Hargrave. That poor child. His mother, Tammy Hargrave, is a very troubled woman. She spends too much time down in the Muddy Rudder, drinking and using foul language. I feel so sorry for him. I think CJ's a good influence on him, but I do worry about the two of them. We're the lucky ones. We don't have to fight just to survive. We have normal jobs. I clean the halls. It might not look like it, but you should have seen it before. Oh, I don't know about that. For all I know, it's had survivors on it since the war. I'm just thankful it's here. Maybe if you ask Bannon. He's been simply wonderful on the council, so I'm sure he'd be glad to help with your question. Good.
Yes, miss. It's a boat, a really big boat. James says his dad built it, but I don't know. I think he's making stuff up.
Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Hey there. Don't tell me your problems. I can give you a history of every fight in this place, but a history of the city? I got nothing. Belle's probably heard stories, but be careful asking about them. People like privacy, you know? Otherwise, you might end up as history. Don't...
What do you have?
Beer. And don't let it get empty.
Can you spare enough for a drink? I could really use one. Shit, just what this hole needs. Either buy me a drink or take your skanky ass. I guess you're okay. Thanks for the drink. It's noisy, dark, and smelly. But we're safe here. No super mutants or raiders, and maybe Dr. Lee will find a way to get clean water for us. Can't help you with the history, honey.
I'm Belle Bonnie, and this is the Muddy Rudder. I'll tell you what I tell all the fresh meat. Don't start anything down here, or I'll have Brock kick your ass. You must be drunk. Are you gonna order or what? What a moron. Always going on about how he started Rivet City. Who gives a crap? Right before he disappeared, he was going on about some newfangled contraption he was sure was in the broken bow of the ship. History? What, not enough shit around here already? You need to dig up more? Don't know if it ever had an official start. It's just been here forever. Stuck in the river and full of assholes. No, I can't fucking well share one. What sort of moron are you? But fine. If it'll get you out of my face, go down to Pinkerton's shed in the broken off bow of the ship. If he decides to give you a history lesson, it's no business of mine. Now get the hell out of my bar. You've had too much, Trini. Go sleep it off in the back.
I'll say when I've had enough. You aren't my mother, Belle, so fuck off.
You've been rather busy lately. Asking questions, investigating. So is that it? You're some kind of investigator? A detective for hire? Or do you have some kind of personal grudge against an innocent android who simply wants to be left alone? Please tell me. I'd really like to know. Fine, let's cut to the chase. My name is Victoria Watts. I work for a movement whose goals are directly opposed to your own, apparently. It seems you're trying very hard to locate an android my associates and I have tried very hard to hide. You can see how that puts us at odds. You really want help? Take this. It's an internal component from the very android you're searching for. Don't ask how I obtained it. present it to Dr. Zimmer in Rivet City. Tell him the android is dead and that was on the corpse. He'll believe you. Do that and Zimmer will go back to the Commonwealth and leave that poor soul alone. Do that and you'll have saved a man's life. Just understand that this android is now, for all intents and purposes, a man. He looks human, he acts human, he believes he is human. But even if he's not, even if he's a machine, he's capable of rational thought and emotion. So you see, his soul is as human as yours or mine. This person, and he is a person, deserves a chance at freedom. Please, if there's a shred of decency in you, don't take that away from him. We call ourselves the Railroad. Our mission is the rescue and salvation of synthetic humanoids. Androids, as they're more commonly known. Tell you what, you deliver that component to Zimmer and tell him the android is dead, and you can consider yourself a member in good standing. Yes, if we are able, but there are others in the wasteland who assist in the plight of human slaves. Our android brethren have only us. You know what you need to do.
Good to see you.
Evening. I really hope you're not thinking of breaking into there.
Don't you have a component?
Yes? Pleased to meet you. Abraham Washington's the name. I am curator of the Capitol Preservation Society. If you have time, come take a look at our exhibits. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Did you hear about that flight? I'm sure she's scrounged something from the lower deck.
I should check in with my guests. It's good to see you eat, Janice. Welcome to the Weatherly Hotel. I'm your hostess, Vera Weatherly. Poor dear. I know what it's like to be alone. I'd love to take him in. Don't worry. I have the means to keep him fed and healthy, but most importantly, safe. Oh, that's wonderful. If you ever wander back into Rivet City, why don't you check up on us? You're always welcome. Welcome back, ma'am. Well, I really shouldn't tell you, but have you heard about Polly Cantelli? He's addicted to chems. His poor wife, Cindy, is at her wit's end. She's not very social, Stays in her lab in the stern. She's smart, though. Real smart. Poor James. His mother drinks too much. When she does, she doesn't treat him very well. Personally, I think she blames him for his father leaving her, which is ridiculous. Well, I could tell you all about my hotel, but I'm sure I don't know anything about how Rivet City itself got started. I mean, you hear rumors and you make guesses, but I really couldn't say I know for sure, and I'd hate to lead you down the wrong path. Well, if it'll help, I once heard that this place was covered in mirelurks 50 years ago, raiding all around the city. Eventually, some poor soul they thought would be lunch fought back and cleared out the whole ship. He set up the city in their place. They say he was the first counselor for the upper deck and lived here to his death. Can't say I believe it a bit, but it's a nice tale to tell. You haven't heard? Angela has the hots for Diego. But since he's a priest, he's been putting her off. One of these days, she's just going to jump his bones. They say Mr. Lopez is losing it. He stands on the top of the bridge tower for hours at a time, just staring out over the city.
God bless you.
I'm looking for troublemakers if you see any. Any troublemakers? I'm looking for trouble.
Any trouble in this area?
Wanna do some? Who are you? Got any psych? I run. Okay. I steal them from Doc Preston. There's an empty room across from the Staleys. I hide them in the file cabinet in there. Huh?
Is there a problem? Are those rumors still floating around? Look, I don't have time for swapping ghost stories with you. Pinkerton's a legend, dead or long gone. Don't care much, as I've got real people to take care of. Go bother someone else. Bannon and Dr. Lee and I all meet on Monday mornings to talk about citywide issues. It's pretty informal. At some sort of museum that nut job Abraham Washington runs. She's one of the members of the council, runs the science lab here. Don't bother her unless it's important. Her lab is in the stern end of the ship. He's totally strung out. It's gonna kill him one of these days.
I'm looking for troublemakers. Have you seen any? Any trouble in this area? Don't even think of breaking into that. Any trouble in this area?
Suspicious, be sure to tell the security officer.
Sir, yes, sir. Private Jones reporting. Sir, this slag heap is guarding the armory, sir.
Morning.
I wish I had the courage to end it all. You may be right, but I have nothing to live for. Ted Strayer. I suppose I could talk to him. He is kind of a lost boy. Thank you, stranger. Someday, maybe I'll get courage. Yes?
do some buff out? Maybe a little psycho?
Don't mind me, lady.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes?